Hey, there you are. I'm so glad you stopped by. Well, today I'm working on my bucking bronco whirligig. It sustained some damage in a windstorm we had recently, and so I took that chance to fix some things on it, and then I actually turned the horse completely around. So I want to show you that, and I scarfed on a new piece of wood. So let's check it out. See what we got here. It's the second time I've scarfed on a piece of wood. This is the old the old piece. You can see I I made quite a few repairs on this thing to try to keep it going, but I finally said heck with it, and I scarfed on a new piece. I will show you something. I'm not sure how well you'll be able to see this, how I scarfed on this piece. I drilled the dowels at this angle, and I first put they're bamboo skewers. They're just thin pieces of bamboo you put on the barbecue. I used those first, and then I glued everything up. Then I drilled 1/4 inch holes, and same thing, I drilled at this angle. This was quite a long one actually. So I drilled my 1/4 inch dowels, and those are the strong ones, I figured. But I waited till it was all glued up before I did that, and it was dry for at least 24 hours. Alright. So I think it came out pretty good. It looks like it's part of the old piece of wood. I didn't get it on there perfectly, but that's pretty tricky to get it on there perfectly. I'll show you the action on this thing. I've got a huge crankshaft on here. The action on it. Look at those legs. The arm's not bad either. Let's see if we get a little closer look at that crankshaft. You can see it, it's huge. Here's the old one. Normally what I would have, something about like that. Well, I got the idea of turning that horse around from Esteban. I forget his last name at the moment. I'm sorry, Esteban, but I'll leave a link down in the description to his channel. He has a bucking bronco, kind of a whirligig, that pivots on the back legs. The back legs are stationary like these front legs, and the horse rises up like this. So that gave me the idea of turning the horse around and using the back end as the connection point for the linkage. Before I had an eyelet right here, and I was pulling them down that way. Let's see how he works here. That arm's got a pretty good action too. It's a lot better. I think that crankshaft is a little crazy, so I'm just getting ready to bend up a new one. This doesn't have quite such a big throw on it, so I thought you might want to watch. It seems to work pretty good actually, but then when you get here, it just takes, it's got to climb a little bit of a hill to get started. It doesn't take too much to get it going, but I think it's a little much. I'd rather have a little less action, a little more consistency. When you get the big throws on your crankshaft like that, it can, over time, it can cause problems. Alright, let me get this set up, and you can watch me bend this crankshaft. Alright, here we are. Well, the thing about bending these crankshafts is it takes a little practice. When I first started bending them, I was very disappointed in how they came out. And sometimes I'm still disappointed, but you get better the more you practice, just like anything else. You want to keep everything at right angles if possible. This first one, it doesn't matter on the positioning because you can always cut it off. This one's pretty critical. You want to be pretty close to the other bend. This is like the trough, I would call it, maybe, where your linkage is going to rest on. So you don't want too much room between here. Alright, and here's the throw. Now we're doing the throw of the crankshaft. Maybe. Let's see where we're at. Looks like a pretty good one here. I'll try that and see how it looks. It might be too much. I want to get right angles. That's not too bad. Let's check it out. Let's see how it compares to this old one. It's a little bit, let me see it, it's a little bit less. Yeah, we'll try that. Before I put threads on my crankshaft, I want to show you this new tap and die set I got. Well, it's not new, but it's new to me. I went to the post office the other day, and outside the post office they have a picnic table that people leave their stuff they don't want anymore on there. And a lot of times it's just clothes or something, but sometimes there's good stuff out there, and I couldn't believe it, but this was on the picnic table. Ace Hansen Professional Quality Super Set. I've got several tap and die sets, but they're the cheap ones, the really cheap ones. So I tell you what, I was just tickled pink to get this. I looked it up, it's about an $85 set on eBay. So whoever in Wishram left that on the picnic table, I am just super excited about this. I've been wanting a professional quality set of tap and dies for a long time because I do quite a bit of thread cutting. There was a piece, this piece was missing right here, but it's just a simple little metal piece, so I manufactured another one. Other than that, it seemed like everything was complete. See, it's a little bit different color than the other ones. I'm not even sure what that does in there. I guess that must hold stuff. And I'm using this 1032 tap. That's what the threads I usually cut on here. Usually when I'm cutting threads, I'm doing a lot of back and forth, you know. I'll go about, make sure I'm starting on the right end. I might go like a half turn and then I'll come back. But I was using this yesterday and I was just taking one continuous piece of metal off of there. get it started straight. Alright, I think we're going good now. Put a little oil on there. See if it'll do the same thing. With those cheap dyes, you just really have to work hard to get a nice thread on there. But this thing is just like butter. Let's see if I can give you a close-up of the threads there. There we go. I think I got this trick from the Rusty Glove box. Maybe. Seemed like I saw him do something like that. Put his hand up like that. Alright, I got the new crankshaft all installed here. I cut a little bit off the end. Let's see how it works now. It's still got a little bit of a hill, but I think it'll be good. It's got a nice action. It's still got a pretty big crankshaft, pretty big throw on that crankshaft. So I think it's going to be a fun one. Well, I guess I cut enough threads on the on the end here. Yeah, it's getting a little close right there. So I may have to back it up a little bit. Alright. I better get back to work and get everything glued on there. I haven't glued the legs on yet. I think that's looking pretty good. Make sure you check out Esteban's channel. He's got a lot of unique designs, whirligig designs. A lot of things I haven't seen before. So, yeah, it's gonna be fun. Alright, I better get back to work. Well, check out this halo action. Just looking at that, it kind of looks like a halo. Well, I got a couple more things I want to show you before I end this video. So, what do you got to say, Peaches? You got anything you want to say? I got this bucking bronco all painted, and I also want to show you something else. There's little pears in here. I don't think he likes this tripod. He looks nervous right now. Alright, pears, it's gonna be okay. So I got this all painted. I thought it came out pretty good. You could hardly even tell I scarfed on the piece of wood. Unfortunately, we don't have much wind today. It's snowing right now. Check this out, see if we can see what it looks like outside. Look at that. It's coming down. It's been snowing for about 4 days. And last time I checked we had 9 inches. So that's the weather of Wishram. Alright. So So that's look like we'll be back in business with the bucking bronco. Well, it seems to turn pretty easily. Alright, one last thing I wanted to show you was this farmer getting kicked by the mule. You know, when it's right here, it takes a bit of energy or force or whatever to pull him back. So I thought it'd be nice to have some little piece of elastic or something. And this rubber band will come off really easy. You just stretch it out and it'll fit through the eyelet. And then it's just a matter of you take it like this, pull it through, and then stretch it out and it'll go through the eyelet. So you got a little. It's a little cheesy, but let's see. I kind of like it. It gives it just a little, right here, it's just got a little bit of tension to help pull it back. Of course, you could move this back a little bit and adjust it too. Ooh, that's about perfect there. I just thought I'd show that to you. It might be a good solution if you're having a problem with it going up a little hill or something. Alright friends, I sure appreciate you stopping by. Happy Valentine's Day to everybody. You want to tell everybody you love them, bitch? Why don't you say it? Say it. I love you, all the loyal subscribers. You gonna say it? I don't think she's gonna say it. Alright friends, that's all we got for today. I sure appreciate you stopping by. Hey, stay tuned. At the end, I'm gonna, I've got, I think it's that ASMR, ASMR, and I've got where I'm cutting the threads in real time. It's kind of, I don't know, I thought it was, there's something satisfying about cutting threads. And as I was watching it, I thought it was kind of interesting. So if you want to see cutting the threads in real time, just hang on to your hats and it'll be right after the end here. Right, pages? Okay, said. Say bye-bye. Say bye-bye, YouTubers. We love you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye now. It's kind of like butter. I'm not a trained professional at cutting threads, so if anybody's got any pointers, let me know. You can see that one long thread is coming off of there. Hey, you can't beat quality, I'll tell you what. I was so excited to get this set. Tap and die. I might have to go into the tap and die cutting business. Yeah, before I go like that, and then I come back half a turn, and boy, just like that, all continuously. Now, if I do that, I could get a fair thread on there, but not as good as this one. Yeah, there's a huge difference between those ones, the cheap ones. I got one made in Japan and one in China, I think. I got from the Harbor Freight. Look at the size of that wire. We're getting there. Yeah, I think I'm plenty there. Well, thanks again, whoever gave me this set of tappet dies. I am just delighted.